Bloom Yoga Natural Health Community just reopened their doors, and I wanted to share it with you. I got some interviews to show you, and you're going to meet some of the really cool people that are putting this thing together. So check it out. I'll be right back. Hey, Charlie Skidmore here at Bloom Yoga. I'm here with Haley Bell, and we're having a grand opening. Could you tell us a little bit about what's going on here today?
Yeah, so we have just expanded our business, our yoga studio, into a natural health community. So we are offering now dry sauna, massage therapy, Zumba, all kinds of classes, kids yoga, all levels vinyasa yoga. We also have a rope wall, so we offer rope and chair yoga. We're really trying to create a safe space, where all can practice and access these natural health modalities to really help heal in a way that feels natural.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I've done a class. It's felt really good. So how'd you get into doing yoga? Like what brought you to it?
Well, so I'm a dancer at heart, have always been a dancer, started young there. So movement has always been really important for me, and a passion of mine. And when I was younger, in my early 20s, I went through a really hard time with things like depression, anxiety, addiction. We all have them.
Yeah.
But I found yoga, or yoga found me, at a time in my life that I really, really needed something. I really needed, to find my way back to myself, and to bring some things to the surface that were kind of unconscious before, that needed to be healed and processed and addressed, so that I could reach my full potential. And yoga helped me do that. I had a very emotional response in a class one day, and I walked out of that class feeling lighter and like a new person, like I had kind of dropped a lot of weight off of my shoulders, and so I kept coming back, and it did so much for me in the realms of natural healing without use of medications or doctors, that I wanted to share that with others. So I became a teacher.
Yeah, and how long has Bloom Yoga been around?
It's actually been around for we're going on our 7th year now, but for 5 years, it was ran by previous owners, Leanne Buchanan, Whitney Simpson, and the founder is actually Rachel James. I took over last summer of 2022. And then in June of 2023, I partnered with one of my students, Amy Anderson, and her husband, Jason Anderson, so that we could move into this new space and expand into this entire community where we can offer all types of classes and things for Lebanon.
Yeah, and I know you have 7 or 8 instructors here, so you constantly have a lot of classes involved.
Classes for all levels, all body types. We are very all-inclusive and welcoming to even the newest yogis. If you're new at yoga, that's fantastic. We're going to take care of you here. Like I said, we have chair yoga, which is great for seniors, beginner yoga if you're just starting out, and then we also have classes for maybe the more experienced yogis that are just wanting to expand their practice a little more.
Okay. Tell us, how do we get a hold of you? How do we find you? Name. We're here in Lebanon, Tennessee. Like, what's the information that people are going to need to know?
So you can find us online on social media. We have an Instagram page, Bloom Yoga Studio, and a Facebook page. And then our website is bloomyoga.studio, and that's where you can sign up for classes with us and join us.
Okay. Why Lebanon?
Well, this is my home.
Okay.
I grew up here. I'm from here. I went through, like I said, a really hard time in my life here, and so it feels really full circle to find healing in the same place, and then to be able to offer it back to my community, my friends, my family, I'm really just passionate about giving back.
I'm standing here in Bloom Yoga, and I just, want to introduce you. Hey, tell me who you guys are and what's going on here today.
I'm Jason Anderson.
Amy Anderson.
And we are the owners of Bloom Yoga, as well as with Haley Bell. And we're here in Lebanon, Tennessee.
What brought you to wanting to open a yoga studio?
Well, it's my wife's fault. She actually lost her father, and yoga is what seemed to help her get her back to that space where she felt like being a mom again, being where she's at. And they were going to close the studio down because they had raised the rents, things like that. And they were actually trying to rent a space from me, or just use it so that she could use her passes out. And Amy said, well, why don't you come look at the space with us and see if it works? And I said, okay. So that led to another conversation of, hey, Haley, what would it take to buy this business? What would it take to do that? And there we go.
What has it done for you? What has yoga done for you in your life?
I can say for me, yoga has been, first and foremost, not about being a workout, but more about the mental and emotional things that it's helped me through, losing my father, and just the place that I was at of really not being able to connect through that grief. And so when I came to yoga after losing him, it was literally sort of by my friend Terry and my husband's forcing me, hey, like, you need to get out of the house and do something. And so there wasn't a lot of, even at that point, thought into it would be helpful to me. It was just, I'm getting out of the house. And I found very quickly that it really gave me time to process the things that I was feeling and the emotions that I had that I didn't know what to do with. And so also finding a wonderful community of people that also understood those things that life brings and that you need help processing. And so that is where that kind of that passion came from, that enjoyment out of it, because it did give me that ability to move through some of those things that I was dealing with.
Through talking to some of the other instructors here, and even hearing your story, it's, rather than finding another studio, it sounds like you kind of want to just give back.
Yes,
you want to
absolutely
be able to offer this to everybody.
It has honestly been, for me, I call it, we call it together our passion project, because we really feel deeply about our community and our people in the community and what they need, which is a place to come and have others with them that it's a safe place. It's a place they can come and grow and move through feelings and emotions, and also health. All those things are related to your health, and it's about giving that to the community.
Right.
And everybody that comes here now says and relates to it and says, hey, this is a nice place. Like, I feel at home here. I feel like the instructors are top notch. Everybody is just welcoming. Like, it's almost like you're a family here.
Yes.
Instead of a place to go do yoga or a workout. It's more like, hey, tonight we're gathering as a family to do some yoga. I mean, I hear that more than anything.
Well,
that's what we want.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great session with Haley. She does a great job. I look forward to getting sessions with the other instructors as well. I've become a client already.
Hey,
it didn't take me long.
Part of our community.
Yeah,
That's
part
what
of
we
the
say.
community.
We don't call them clients. We call them the
It's
people of the community.
because that's what it is.
Yeah, and here in Lebanon, Tennessee, they're lucky to have you. So
Thank you.
thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Is there anything that I left out? Anything you want the people to know? You have any upcoming events that you want to tell people about?
Well, tomorrow we do have a somatic breath work, and it's actually a class where you come. It's sitting on the floor or even in a chair if we need to, but it's all about breath work, learning how to breathe deeply, which sounds weird, but the fact is we don't breathe like we should and need to. Most of us may even have a smartwatch like mine that will occasionally say, take a breath, because you're so busy. So this is a great time to come and you literally train your body to just constantly be breathing like you need to breathe and
That sounds
make
like
it a habit.
fantastic
So
thing.
we have that coming up tomorrow. And then, of course, we have our classes all next week are scheduled that they can look on our website and get that. And lots of things planned for October that'll be coming out soon.
Yeah, and I'll include all the information on the video, and
Absolutely.
yeah, it's all going to get provided onto the website as well.
So the only thing I would like to add, and this is a stereotype, and this is something that we talk about all the time.
Uh-oh, cut it.
as we look at around the people, and obviously you've seen this today, what does a yoga body look like? And a lot of people thinks it's 5 foot blonde sipping soy lattes, and you can see is today you look around, that's not the case. You just have to have a body and want to do yoga. That's how you have a yoga body.
Yeah.
Literally. I mean, we have them from 8 years old to 83. It's on our roster. We have several 80-year-olds that come regularly that said, hey, if we didn't have this, we wouldn't feel like ourselves. Like,
Yeah.
glad you rescued this and done this, So in the end of the day, people think a certain way of what yoga looks like. Well, I'm a yoga body. Now that I'm an owner, I'm actually doing yoga too, and I actually enjoy the classes.
Right.
And so I just encourage you to step out of that comfort zone and come try it. You'll see that it's not a 5'3" blonde hair sipping soy lattes. It's literally regular people like you and me doing that.
Right. Well, thank you again. This has been great. Appreciated this entire evening, snacks and the event and meeting all the teachers.
Well, thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
We
Thanks,
appreciate
guys.
it.
I started doing yoga about 3 years ago, and I fell in love with it, and I thought I'm going to teach it, which I guess I'm a teacher at heart because I am a middle school teacher, so I do that during the day. And I really enjoy being here, and I hope you all enjoy coming.
And I started practicing when we were at the mill still. And so Leanne has been my teacher for a long time. And now is just like big sister, dear friend. And so I practiced with Leanne and Whitney, and then at our last studio for a long time. And then started teaching in 2020 in COVID. So that was crazy. And then got away from teaching. And then about 6 months ago, resigned from corporate and get to now just teach and play with flowers. So I work at the garden center and teach yoga. And it's great. It's wonderful. When I found yoga, I was dealing with some chronic anxiety that was extremely painful. It was just in my body. I couldn't figure out how to get it out. It was kind of wrecking me. I was just really lonely. And my faith was really important to me, but my faith was I learned once I was in classes, was very disintegrated. I didn't know how to be in my body. I just knew how to be like a kite on a string. And it took me a long time to get embodied and to like find my feet. And I remember being in class with Whitney one day and being like, I think I'm enjoying being in my body. What does this feel? And so it was really interesting to see faith become something for me more. I love it. I love the creativity of it. I don't want to for me, I don't do well if I overcomplicate it, so I just want it to be a feeling of just refreshment.
Soon, I've been practicing yoga for years, and I decided to just dive in and get my certification so I could teach. So I hope to see some of y'all in my classes so we can learn and grow together, and I'm really excited to start this journey.